Hi, everyone. We'd like to welcome you to Real Talk. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Pat Terrio, and we're here at the Veterans Hospital, and we really want to talk about a specific program today that has provided such great care to women in the community. We want to talk about the Women's Health Program. We've got Angela Williams, who is the program manager here, and this is a fabulous program, Angela, and we definitely want to hear all about it. How are you today?
We're doing great. Doing great.
We so appreciate you all having us here.
We're glad that you're out to come and talk about such a worthy cause here at the VA.
Well, you know, this program is very important because when you talk about veterans, a lot of times you just think about the men. But there are female veterans out there who have served our country, and they really need good service.
You are correct, and one of the things we want people to know is that when you come to the facility and you see a female veteran, don't just expect or think that she's here with her husband or her boyfriend. She's here for services for herself.
But, you know, that's kind of like that normal thing, that kind of reaction that you don't, you know, you always think that it's the spouse.
Of course, but we want you to know that she served and she deserved the best care anywhere.
Absolutely. So let's talk about a little bit about you.
Okay.
Because you've been with the VA for a very long time.
For 27 years
All right.
this month.
All right. Share with us a little bit about your experiences throughout these 27 years.
I have been a social worker with this facility for the past 27 years, and I started on acute medicine, and then I went to long-term care, and from long-term care I went to specialized programs such as spinal cord injury, the visually impaired, and then I was detailed in this position in 2008 as a Women's Veterans Program Manager and was hired.
How is it for you working amongst all of these veterans, and you know, what kind of feeling does it give you just as a human being, you know, because we always talk about being so patriotic and so supportive of the veterans, and to actually work with them for so long.
You're always able to learn something from someone every day, something new, something you haven't thought about, a new experience. Their experience becomes your experience. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you take it home, but you want to make sure that they get the services that we have to offer them.
And that's so important. You know, as we were walking in, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love the mural that, you know, camouflaged the door just walking into the clinic.
Yes.
And so how long has this portion been in fruition, and you know, and what things have you done throughout these years?
We've always had some portion of Women's Health Clinic. Initially, it was downstairs in a corner. Looked very institutional. Mm-hmm. Well, when central office decided that we have more women veterans coming for services, that we would come out and make every clinic look like a woman wants to be there and she wants to come back. So when we decided we were going to have a new clinic, we decided to not make it look institutional and look mm-hmm. like a private, like it's in the private sector, mm-hmm. and with beautiful colors that are calming. So when we finished the clinic and we got ready to do our open house, we decided we need to do something with the door.
Right.
And the intent was just to put something around the border of the door. But when we came back, it was a beautiful.
It was like a little fantasy.
Yes, that you're stepping into a fantasy. And actually, when that door opens and you look down the hall, it is.
It is.
It's a transition from the other part of the hospital to this clinic.
You know, I thought I was walking the Green Mile until I saw that actual mural, and Dr. Jordan's like, oh, no. It's different in there, yes. And it's just really beautiful. And just when we talk about aesthetically, you know, as a woman, as a female, when you're getting health care, mm-hmm. we have this sense of wanting to still feel like human beings, still wanting to feel feminine, because a lot of the things that we have to go through as far as health issues is so intimate. And
yes. And this is a part of why we did the clinic like it's done, so you can have that level of respect and privacy mm-hmm. and still have your dignity while you're getting these services done.
Absolutely. So let's talk about some of the things that you offer here to the veterans.
Here in this clinic, we do have the primary care. Mm-hmm. You have your primary care provider here 5 days a week, as well as the GYN. Mm-hmm. We have our nurses on staff, as well as a clerk that's part of our PAC team, and our social worker that can help you get all of your needs met. Some of the services we do have to fee out to the community so we can get it done in a timely manner, such as our mammograms. We use Fairview and other local hospitals mm-hmm. to take care of that. And if you come in and you're pregnant, we go ahead and fee you to your local community so you can have those services done as mm-hmm. close to home as possible.
Oh, that's great. Now, this PAC team, what does that encompass? A nurse, right?
A nurse, an RN and an LPN, clerk and your ancillary services, such as the pharmacist and social worker, to get your needs met, as well as your provider. And that basically tells the veteran, when you have your core PAC team, that you can go ahead and come in and get your services done, but if there's something you need, you should be able to call someone and get those services without having to make an unnecessary trip or an appointment just to get those needs met.
Right, and the fact that you have different partnerships with the hospitals outside, within the community.
Right.
But that's very nice.
Yes.
That's nice. And so how many veterans do you normally see? I mean, when you're talking about statistics-wise.
On an annual basis, for this clinic for women, and which also encompass our community outpatient clinics. Right. We serve 2,500 veterans, a little over 2,500. But in our catchment area, we have much more than that. So what we want those that are not enrolled in our system is to come and get enrolled in the system so we can provide care for them as well.
And what is your catchment area? Now, you're talking about different counties that you serve?
We serve 52 counties.
52 counties?
We serve 52 counties.
I told you not to shock me on this here.
We serve 52 counties, which we are a rural setting, and we do realize that it's a little difficult sometimes to get in.
Yes.
So that's why we have these community outpatient clinics that you can utilize versus coming to the main facility.
That is fabulous. I mean, you all do know I'm totally shocked that they service 52 counties in their catchment area. But, as we've talked before, this is a fantastic veterans hospital that veterans do come to from different parts of the state for services. Now, do all veterans hospitals have a specialized women's health clinic program such as you all's? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
It's mandated that every facility has one. And we also have liaisons that help us in the clinics to make sure that women are getting their needs met there as well.
And so from the beginning of this program to now, what improvements have you seen done? Because you always want to do, like the soldiers would talk about doing an after-action review, after each year of services, what has happened, what could we have done differently, what can we do to tweak the program in order to make it more efficient, So
we talk about that probably on a monthly basis. One of the things you can see that's changed is the way the clinic looks now versus what it used to look like. We have a full-time GYN where we used to have a part-time GYN, so that shows you that our numbers are increasing.
Right.
We are always looking to better the program, whether it's from, the services that we offer, are we offering enough? Are we asking the veterans, is this what you need, or is this what we want? Or is there something that we're not doing that you want us to do?
Right.
We're doing groups, breast cancer groups. That's something that we haven't done in the past. We're doing it with our new diagnoses to come in and just talk with the core team so you know what to expect when you go on the outside for your chemo or radiation treatments. We try to have more focus groups so we can make sure that we're taking care of the veterans' needs and the veterans are telling us what it is that they actually need versus, again, what we think you need.
Yes.
And one of the things we're having coming up this week is one of the quarterly programs that we're trying to do educationally. Sometimes the education just happens with the staff, but this time we're including the veterans as well as staff members to doing our hat tea. It's a Sundra's hat tea where we can come in and talk about some of the health issues for women veterans and making it fun as well as educational. So we're looking fun. So come on out.
You got to invite me out.
Come on out. Come on out Thursday from 1 to 4.
Wonderful. Well, we certainly appreciate everything you do. And on a side note, I want to say personally what the Veterans Hospital and the Women's Health Program has been for my sister and my family. Even though I lost my sister to cancer, when I first met you, you're like, I remember your sister being here. She journaled about her experience and how you all were so good to her. And I think with her, as a veteran and still being having that pride for being a Marine and to be at the state that she was, with terminal cancer and was still treated like a human being.
And that's what we want to do.
And you provided such great services for her and my family.
Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate the compliment. It's always good to know that people care about what we do. Because although it's a job, it's a love and a passion.
It is. And we certainly appreciate your passion. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be back in just a moment. We'll speak with some of the veterans. This has been Angela Williams, the program manager. Thank you.
All right.
We are back, and we've got Kristen Baggett. She goes by Chris, is that right?
Correct.
The program support assistant for this program, and also a female veteran.
Yes.
We are glad to have you.
Thank you.
Now, tell us a little bit about your life as, were you in what branch of service?
The United States Navy.
The Navy. Tell us
Yes.
about that.
I served 4 years. I was stationed out in Norfolk, Virginia. I was a signalman. We worked with communications,
Yes.
and I enjoyed it very much.
Well, we certainly appreciate your service, and Norfolk is fabulous.
I loved it.
Great shopping.
Yes.
Now, tell us about the position that you're in now, because we want to talk about how you utilize the services here and how you're a part of the program itself and in the position that you're in.
The position I'm in now, program support assistants for primary care. What we do is I'll be able to help with veterans coming in for primary care appointments. So I look forward to doing that.
So you're just starting this new position, is that right?
Today.
Yes. A newbie, but you've been a part of the medical records.
Yes, I came from medical records department, which I really enjoyed. A great group of people as well.
How long have you been a part of the VA?
7 years.
7 years, and now you're starting this new program. And as a female veteran, as a veteran, how was it for you to be able to work in this program, working in women's health?
Oh, I love it. I love women's health. We have good doctors, nurse practitioners up here. I've never had a problem with anything. It's just a great group, and they're very knowledgeable. So if I have any issues that I have, they're quick on it. So it's really good.
And tell us about you as a veteran as far as utilizing these services, because it's the fact that you can work in a program, but when you're actually utilizing the services, actually see how everything works and to your benefit. How was it for you utilizing the services?
Everything has worked out great for me. The consults that have been placed, they have been acted upon. I use podiatry clinic here. I utilize the eye clinic here. I get to use all of these.
So tell us about those clinics. You have the podiatry clinic, you have eye care, and what else you have?
I don't qualify for dental. That's a special.
Special.
You're 100% for that. I'm not 100%, but I am service connected for my ankles and feet, so I get to use the podiatry part of it, and they're a great group down there. They are jam up. So I really love that.
How great is that? So you are definitely an advocate for women veterans out there to come and utilize these services.
Yes, and it's very very nice facility up here. This women's health is top of the charts.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
If I was a veteran, I would use these services.
Yeah, it's nice.
And so what do you want to see as far as, when you set your goal working in this program, what things you want to see done or achieved, as far as setting goals?
For the facility? Well, I want the veterans... I want all the veterans to know that they can come here for their care, that we are looking out for their best interest. There's a lot of veterans that work here, and so we know how it is. We want to take care of you, just like we want this place taking care of us.
Yes.
So
how cool is that?
I think it's great.
It is so great, and so we certainly appreciate everything that you're doing. Good luck with your, in this new position.
I'm excited.
I can tell you're excited. You got the energy.
I try.
I would have thought you were a cheerleader in a younger life.
Softball player.
Nice. All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Baggett.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a moment. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and I tell you, it's been so interesting, these wonderful women we've been meeting here. We've got Miss Sabrina Thorpe, retired Lieutenant Colonel. How are you today?
I am fine. How are you?
Doing very well. We are so appreciative that you came to speak with us today about your life and times in the military, as well as what you're doing as far as transitioning to the civilian world, working here at the Veterans Hospital. So start talking. Tell us a little bit about your time in the military.
Well, I had a wonderful career of 22 years. I had various leadership positions. I was a commissioned officer, went through the ROTC program at Fort Valley State University. And that gave me the opportunity to advance my career as well as education.
Yes.
And I would say my best job in the Army was as a company commander. And then I served as an inspector general, which positioned me for the position I currently hold now as a patient representative.
Patient representative. So you have been through a lot of different things in those 22 years. And you know what's interesting is you know, talking to a lot of the, you know, soldiers, they say being a company commander is something that they really enjoy the most.
Yes.
Out of all, platoon leader and all that kind of stuff, company commander.
Absolutely, because it's an opportunity to lead and make a positive impact on other soldiers as well.
Absolutely. We certainly appreciate your service. We know you have impacted many lives, and you're still doing so.
I tried.
Yes. So tell us about your transition after the Army and working in this sector here at the Veterans Hospital.
Well, my transition after the Army was difficult, and I think it's primarily because I'm in small town America.
Yes.
Originally from Fort Valley, and I did seek positions locally, but it was challenging. And I went from working at the State Department of Labor, working as a Veterans Employment Representative, Social Security, and now at the VA. And my initial position in VA, this facility, was in quality management, which was a great platform to just knowing everything about the facility and how it's run and who are the key people.
Yes.
So it helped me to transition into the position I currently have as patient advocate. So whenever a patient had a problem, I knew exactly who to go to for resolution.
Because you've been resolving problems for many, many years.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you know what's great about what you do is the fact that even when you retired, you never stopped serving.
Right.
You know, you always have had a heart for veterans.
Absolutely.
And to make sure that they did receive the best possible care and resolutions for certain issues.
Yes.
And so in this position that you're in now, what challenges have you had or what things have you had to work on and to help make sure that this program runs smoothly?
Well, every time my phone rings, it's a challenge because it is a veteran or a family member who is seeking assistance. And my challenge is just to ensure that I get cooperation from the staff, which I do. And I guess the veteran's primary concern is in a timely manner.
Right. Right.
So no matter how well or how fast we respond is never fast enough unless I give the answer right away. And because I am not the final decision maker for any of the problems, but most of the time, I would say 90% of the veterans are happy.
Yeah.
But it takes time to resolve the problems.
It really does, and that's realistic.
Yes.
You know, that's realistic. I don't think that anyone expects you all to, be this super program to where it's like, instant, because that's just not how the world works. But what's nice is the fact that you have a heart that really cares about the veterans and to make sure that they do receive their services. Now, how is it for you? You said that in the outside of utilizing this program for yourself as a veteran, there were some different issues, and now here you are. Not only are you working for the program, but you're utilizing the services.
Absolutely, I am. Yes, I do receive my care here, and I would say outstanding care. I know most of the providers that I do receive care from, and I think it's challenging to me because I am sending complaints to them, and I was like, okay, I hope this does not affect me. But of course, we're dealing with professionals, so that is not a problem. But yes, I'm here, so if I need care, I'm able to schedule my appointments as well as attend appointments. So it's very convenient. I have confidence in the providers that provide care for me as well as the thousands of veterans that we do serve.
Absolutely. And the fact that you should know you're an advocate for the veterans.
Yes.
We certainly appreciate everything that you do, all of the work that you've done throughout the years in the military service, and even now you're still serving veterans.
Yes.
So we certainly appreciate what you are offering to this community.
Well, thank you.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and we've got Joni White Wagner here, a veteran in the military as well as an employee here at the Veterans Hospital. Hey, Joni.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. Now, Joni, you and I have talked a little bit off camera, but I want you to share with the people out there your time of service, and what you're involved in there, and then how you are, the things that you're doing here and your title here at the Veterans Hospital.
Okay. I am the Chief of Health Administration. I was in the Air Force for 4 years. In the Air Force, I was a health administrative service person. And here, my main job here is I oversee all of the administrative operations here at the facility for HAS, but not the fiscal side.
Give us those acronyms now. What is HAS?
HAS is Health Administration Services.
Very good.
And one of the major sections in my service is the fee-based program.
What is that?
So we we schedule and pay and refer the veterans out in the community for the specialized services that aren't offered here.
Nice.
So my department's in charge of that.
So there's no way or no reason why a veteran should not be able to get services.
Oh, no, ma'am. Absolutely not.
So anything that you don't have that you're not able to cover here, you're able to...
We're able to either get out in the community, our other sister VA facilities, or our very large sharing agreement with Eisenhower Army Medical Center. So we do transport veterans to Augusta, either the Augusta VA or Army Medical Center, for specific services up there. But then we also fee a lot in all of our 52 county catchment area. We refer them out into the community providers.
That's great. I'm going to ask you this. Do you think that all the veterans out there realize that they have these services here at the hospital?
I think some do, but I think for the most part that veterans sometimes just aren't aware of all of the services that are available to them.
And, you know, what's nice is to do a program like this to kind of make them aware, you know, to kind of get the word out about how great the program is and the different things that you do have to offer here. And so with you, you're also a spouse of a retired veteran. Honey, you've been busy, haven't you? You know, through the years, you've had to juggle a lot. And so as a person who's not only a spouse of a retiree, correct, served for 4 years, and you're working within this facility, in your opinion, how important is it that you think that the veterans should get the proper service that they need? You know what I mean?
Oh, it's absolutely important. And I think you've got to be there for, you're there for something greater than yourself. And our mission is just so critical and so unique than other private sector facilities. And I just think it's very critical that everybody understands how important our mission is here.
And, you know, you're talking about how critical it is. It is a little different than when you talk about, you know, veterans, meeting veterans and talking to them, such as yourself. They have so many different stories and experiences that they've already gone through as soldiers, airmen, as Marines, you know. And you're talking about receiving the health care that they need. And there are different types of needs that they have. And, you know, what I think is great is that there is a facility that offers the different treatment programs that they do need.
Absolutely.
And so this program here, this Women's Health Program, is fantastic. We certainly appreciate everything that you all do here and the work that you've done, the service that you have done throughout the years, and the transition that you've made.
Thank you.
All right. We certainly appreciate you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have for today. We want to thank you for joining us for Real Talk. The Women's Health Program here at the Veterans Hospital is definitely doing great things, and we here at TV 35 in the community really appreciate that. So to all the veterans out there, this is a great program, and we do hope that you do whatever you need to do to be a part of it, to get the different treatment options that you need. Thank you so much for joining us for Real Talk, and please keep watching.